welcome to BWI, and today I'm bringing you WWE news. Before I actually head into this video though, I would like to clear that I haven't been able to post as of late with some technical difficulties I've been having on my end. I was gonna post a Raw versus SmackDown video where I would break down strong points of Raw and SmackDown, and for this week I haven't done the past 2 weeks due to technical difficulties again, but if that's something you guys would like to see, please give me feedback and give this video a thumbs up if that is something you would like to see. Comment also some content that you would also like me to post and review. I will be coming out with new stuff and hopefully be fixing the errors I have. But anyways, let's get started with WWE news. The article I'll be mainly reading off of is Forbes, but I'll be leaving all of the articles down in the description below. I know I haven't done that last time, but this time I will, I promise. Alright, so let's get right into it. Brock Lesnar plays big role in Paul Heyman's contract negotiation. I was actually reading this on another article, but apparently Brock Lesnar kind of stepped in for Heyman and said, you know, with Brock being the big star, kind of negotiated Paul's contract with the WWE. As we know, WWE is a big kiss ass when it comes to Brock Lesnar. You know, he wasn't in the draft. Like, he was in the draft, but he wasn't, you know, in it. Like, didn't appear in it because WWE didn't want to just waste one of his days, which tells you how tight on a leash Brock has the WWE, especially with the whole scandal of MMA and all of that, and how the WWE didn't take any action towards Brock tells you how scared WWE is to lose Brock, which honestly Paul Heyman has to be the luckiest guy on earth to be managing Brock, and for Brock to even just negotiate his contract with the WWE is something crazy, because Paul, like, we already know how smart of a guy he is, and you know, now for WWE to just sort of negotiate and do what Paul wants because he's with Brock, you know, that's big. Honestly though, I think Brock did it, like, it was good, because Brock is showing that, you know, well, many of us think that without Paul there's no Brock, that Paul really plays a big role in the WWE's character of Brock and his characterization and how Brock is in the WWE. That is a sure thing. But yeah, that's amazing. So it seems that Paul Heyman will be around still for a little while. Up next, Bray Wyatt. Now, if you didn't catch SmackDown Live, Bray actually might have tweaked his ankle, knee, something like that. No, his ankle, yeah. And he might have, it looked like he was injured. The referee had the X symbol marked up, and he was, you know, doctors and everything. But you know, not that big a deal. But Bray continued the match, and he still went on to doing what he went on to do. Now, there was a big concern of if Bray was gonna be able, to still compete, and it is being reported that he is not expected to miss any time, meaning Bray Wyatt is okay for the most part. And so yeah, it was just a sprained ankle apparently, and he will still be in the weekend's live events, but hopefully this doesn't transition into something bigger, you know, and into like having long-term effects. You know, let's just hope it is a sprained ankle and that it's not misdiagnosed into something big, because Bray right now is one of my favorite people on SmackDown, and I feel like he's one of the biggest hopes for them at the moment. So we need Bray, so let's pray for Bray. And moving on to the next part, Nikki Bella. Now, there are really a lot of mixed reactions when it comes to Nikki Bella. You either love her or you hate her, or you just think that she's a nobody and you're a Sasha Banks fan. Anyways though, when it comes to Nikki though, you gotta admit that she has quite a bit of controversy around her, and the recent one is her injury. Is she gonna be able to return? Is she going to return? Is she gonna be full-time, part-time? Well, it is being confirmed that she might have to be a part-time performer for SmackDown. Now, why SmackDown? Obviously, because Cena's on it, and Cena, all he has to do is pull strings and say, you know what, I want my wife here, or my girl here. Anyways though, that aside, Nikki has been training, and even though a couple weeks ago in late July, we came to find out that Nikki's doctors had said that she was progressing and improving in her checks and in her whole recovery process. And so apparently that led people to believe that, she was cleared, although she really hasn't been. Right now, doctors are checking to see how she takes her bumps in the ring and if she's going to be able to deal with it. I don't know how's it going. I'm guessing it's going good because she's been training with Natalia, Shayna, something. I forgot her name. My bad. The Queen of Spades. Let's just put it like that. And of course, Daniel Bryan. So that alone tells me that she might return with a bit of submissive wrestling and technical wrestling. But anyways, besides her style in the ring, she might have to return as a part-time wrestler due to the fact that, of course, she had a big neck injury because she was wrestling the whole year injured, and that just proves why. Like, she should be really respected in wrestling. She's just she is passionate about wrestling. That just proves that she is. But that aside, hopefully Nikki does return. I personally like her, and Nikki returning is better than having Eva Marie pushed, which I'll get to it later. So just stick around. Up next, moving on from one female wrestler to another one who hasn't been seen in a while, Paige. Now, if you haven't heard, Paige apparently, was pulled off of the New Zealand and Australia tours, and she hasn't been on TV for a while. Now, it is being reported that by Dave Meltzer that company insiders were very worried about her future in the WWE as recent as a few weeks ago. As previously reported, there are said to be other significant issues with Paige and company management. Now, Paige has been pulled from the tour due to an injury, and sources say that not only behind the scenes issues she's been having. So the fact that she's been injured and we haven't been seeing her on TV, that's pretty legit. But what are those significant issues? Now, the biggest theory that's going around is the backstage heat that comes from her relationship with Alberto Del Rio. Now, I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if it's because she's maybe faking this and trying to spend time with Alberto, or people are just not liking the relationship, or whatever it may be. WWE and her are not getting along, and this worries me because Paige might just be fired soon. And I don't know what's going on, but that's just, you don't want to piss off WWE management, and it seems that WWE management and Paige are not getting quite along. And it is reported that her injury isn't so big. It's just like a little shoulder injury, so she'll be back in 2 weeks. And if she's not, then you can tell that, well, WWE is pissed. Now, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but that's just, my thing. We've seen it in the past. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Paige and WWE are able to find something to stop this whole thing from happening. I don't want to see Paige gone. I kind of like Paige. I would love to see Paige versus Nia Jax. But anyways, moving on to rumors and other news. So, Ryback and WWE have finally parted ways. Did this come to me as a surprise? No. Do I care? Not really. To me, Ryback has just been way too vocal about everything that's happening, which I do respect because that takes balls. I mean, nobody really ever says anything bad about the WWE because, this kind of thing happens. And, I'm not going to get so much into the logistics of it and what happened, but about, back in the day, what happened, with his whole Twitter stuff and him being sent home early. I'm not going to get so much into that. All I got to say, though, is that when you're very, very vocal, it's imminent that you're going to be released. What came to me as a surprise, though, is that Cameron got fired before Ryback, and that's just more surprising to me, the fact that he got fired so late in the game. But hey, whatever, he's gone. He's been released. I don't know if he got fired or quit, but point is, he's gone. So, yeah. Anyways, it's not that big a deal. We've been not seeing him on TV for a while, and there's already a lot of guys being built up to take Ryback's spot, especially Apollo Crews is one that comes to mind, in my mind at least. And so, yeah. And moving on to SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live looks to be getting WWE belts, some new belts, along with that being a tag team belt and a women's belt. Sorry, I stuttered there. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the SmackDown's gonna have to eventually build up their tag team division, and their women's division needs to be more in depth. At the moment, I don't want to see that happening. In fact, I didn't want to see the Universal Championship happening. I wanted to actually see SmackDown versus Raw and the two of them face off and try to take the title away from each other, but it's not gonna happen. As for the Women's Championship goes, there are current rumors that Eva Marie might be getting a big push. Now, this was pretty obvious that the way they're starting it off is Eva Marie, with the whole Becky Lynch thing. If you didn't see the match, she pretended to be injured. She got a lot of heel heat for it. People were on her Instagram, her Twitter, her Facebook, everything, just blasting at her, saying how she wasn't a good wrestler and this and that. But honestly, that's what WWE is trying to go for. So, when it comes to that, as for Eva being the face, it scares me because although I do like Eva Marie, I don't want to see her as champion, especially not before Becky, Natalya, and especially Naomi. I think these are ladies who deserve the belt before Eva, and Eva Marie just needs a feud to sort of put her over at the moment. But anyways, that's that. That's why I said, I'd rather much have Nikki return and be champion than Eva Marie come and be champion. So you gotta pick one or the other. So yeah, that's pretty much it in news. Besides, also the Big Show confirms that NBA star Shaquille O'Neal and him will face off at WrestleMania 33. And yeah, former superstars might be returning soon. I'm actually going to make a whole new video about that later on. But anyways, tell me what you think down in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And until next time,